Look at this. Man, I gotta grease the hinges a little bit. This will be a nice hangout spot. Have some coffee, gather your thoughts, go back downstairs and go to work. But yeah, this is our shop. We can do whatever we want with it. Sir, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I don't know if you can hear that. I have a set of doves that are living in the barn above us. And they're cooing. Anyway, I got some 2x4s I went and picked up at Home Depot yesterday. I'd end up somewhere's around 60 I picked up. And we got a big project ahead of us. A lot of work ahead of us. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time seeing, we build all sorts of stuff here. Barns, cars, go-karts, you name it, I build it. We're gonna frame a wall right here. We're gonna go all the way down. We're gonna frame a wall going from the corner here to the column. We're gonna put an entranceway in here, knock everything off, remove the bench, take the cabinets off and plywood across, pop some insulation inside of here, and then we'll have us a nice shop. Let's get busy. Well, my measurements were slightly off, but it works for me. We're not building a house. Somehow, some way, I got my measurements off, but it works for me. We're gonna put another couple Tapcons into the concrete, secure the wall. The wall is level. Nicey nice, looking down the line. So for the top, I'm gonna slide in a 2x4, pop a couple of nails, and then nail the wall to the 2x4 and continue moving on. Well, guys, we got detoured slightly. Got a storm call a couple, two days ago. Went up to Rhode Island. They were supposed to get some crazy bad weather. Never happened. It was a turn and burn. I love turn and burns. It's basically just a whole lot of driving. So we've got some really nice progress on the wall. The wall is basically, the length of the wall is basically framed. I've got to tweak the end a little bit. Our headers came out nice. We framed around the header. And again, this is not a structural wall. There's no weight bearing on it. It's just basically a wall that's going to house some outlets, insulation, sheetrock, and plywood on the other side. The plan also, I forgot to mention, is going to be air condition our workshop too. So basically, got the wall up. You can see we got a door plumbed in down yonder and a string of outlets. plan on setting up all my tables and all my equipment, such as a belt sander, drill press, chop saw, all along this wall here. And kind of just like a workstation to keep the center of the floor here open, so you could basically work all around the truck. Keep in mind, this barn was built in the 1800s, and since it's been modified a few times, had some really old electric back in the day. Yeah, that's how they used to do it. They'd hammer in an insulator and they'd string your hot leg and your neutral, around the insulator. And then they have these turn switches, and it would work, a light. You can see here, it's been upgraded, the service, kind of, sort of. So currently there's a 30 amp main inside of here. So this is a sub panel that comes from the house, because it has to be metered, so the utility can bill you for it. But this breaker right here is a 30 amp breaker, which feeds this entire bottom section. That is no good, way too small. Entrance cable coming down through here is like itty bitty. This here is number 4. We call it triplex. It's got to get replaced. Fortunately for me, since I build power lines for a living, this is 1/0 hot leg with a number 2 neutral. It's pretty big. This is rated for 200 amps, whereas the wire that's up there now is rated for 100 amps. So this box here is strip LEDs that I've had extra from the house in Florida. And then I bought another box, which is here. So we're going to set up all the lighting, take everything down, fix it all up nice. It'll get there. It's going to take a little bit of time. Unfortunately, had to install a new sink in the house yesterday. I'll put an image on the screen. Really, really nice sink. But this wall, there's a lot of work that has to get done to this wall. Got a dumpster delivered. We're going to clean the barn out. There's a bunch of trash laying everywhere. Not my stuff, but there's all trash in here, against the wall back there, in the corner, over there, over here. So it's on to insulation. I went to Home Depot, picked up a couple of bundles. I picked up 5 bundles, I want to say it was. Yeah, 5. $400 and something, man. It's like, what the hell? What am I buying? This should be like $200 and something. Pretty blown away by how much coverage I managed to get with one package of insulation. They managed to sandwich all this insulation into this one package right here. That's pretty cool. Watch this. It's almost like that mattress commercial where the woman cuts open the packaging in the bedroom for the mattress, and the mattress flings her across the room. Literally. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Looking from the other side of the garage, you can see it's pretty big. My area's almost closed off. Just ignore that spot right there. Just totally ignore that. The door is closed off. Door works now. Next up will be to close this off right here, obviously, and then sheetrock. And once the sheetrock is on, I'll energize those outlets and I'll start putting that wall together and get all this stuff that's mixed up here and push it against the wall. Guys, made some real big progress today. I got this wall closed off. had to kind of flatten it out. There was some bumps and nail heads sticking out, and still need to finish the inside, which we're going to show you right now. Started cleaning up the entire area. This was all littered with trash. I've got to get the rake this out, but I really don't know what I'm going to do with this area right here. I unburied my little Nissan. I emptied it out finally. It's only been like 2 months. Dumpster is like half full. We're getting it done, man. This is a lot of work. It's a lot of work by yourself. Oh, I got great news. My son is going to be chasing storms with me. January, we've got an appointment to go to the Union Hall so he can get vested in. He can get his golden ticket like me. I've got a journeyman lineman ticket. He'll have a operator's ticket to operate machinery and such. I'm really excited for him. And he passed the CDL today. So he's got his A license. We put him through school to get his A unrestricted. And I'm very excited. So everything is starting to come together. Got to get some foam, expansion foam, and close in majority of these cracks. There's some over here, there's some over there. I think there's a couple over there. Not a big deal. Yeah, man. So I'm real excited. I'm excited for my son. Good things, man. Good things. Today was definitely a good day. Getting my ass kicked. Now, I showed you guys this wall over here. It had all the shelving on it, stuff sticking out. Finally, probably about an hour into this, I got everything finally off this wall. I need to pop another 6x6 inside of here, because when I plywood this across, it's going to have to bond itself to that corner right there so we can have a nice solid wall. I'm debating on popping insulation in here. I've got some 2-inch R19. We got some lights in here. We got a door in here. We got sheetrock. We got spackle. Finally, the noise box shut off. It's been working good. Very noisy, this thing. I started plugging holes up to stop. This door had like 3 inches of draft at the very bottom, and it would just constantly blowing cold air in. As you can see in the top corner, we got those that I got to complete also. But little by little, man, I'm hoping by the end of the week. Yesterday was Christmas. That light was from Florida. This one was existing. So I've got a switch over here that my landlord had wired in. So now I've got light over my toolbox. And you can see, man, she's finally coming together. It's almost there. I picked up paint today at Home Depot. I was hoping to put paint on the walls, but I ended up spackling. And I'm not the greatest spackler, but she looks good. It's not perfect. It's shop quality. So I'm going to do some measuring, like I said, on this wall for insulation. Put a couple pieces in there. I think it'll help because there's a pretty wicked draft that's kind of coming through right now. Yeah, so I'm going to put some spray foam in it now to plug the holes up, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. A lot of work. Spray foamed a bunch of the cracks. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty cold outside. It's probably in the low 30s. Just from doing this right here, the cracks, because there was a wicked draft, keep in mind. Other side of this wall, you have that breezeway or whatever you want to call it. Cold air is coming in. But since I've done this right here, I actually feel a huge difference inside this shop. And I'm glad that this is helping, because I need to put the work in order to be able to come out here every day, and work on these vehicles. So it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But I don't see us going anywhere anytime soon. Even if we stayed here a year, this alone, all this work, I probably have about $2,000 in materials between framing the wall and the sheetrock and the plywood. It's definitely worth it, 100%. You know, I want to say it's holding 55 degrees in here right now, which is pretty dang cool. The kerosene heater has not kicked on within the last hour, and I believe it's set at like 52 or 3 or something like that. So it's working. That's an awesome, accomplishment to get this place workable, considering what it was. I just came out here probably about an hour. It ran, got to temperature, and we're good. So what I'm doing is making a big difference. And before you know it, we'll be in the garage working. So I wanted to point out how disgusting my windows are. I'm currently in the process of painting, but I wanted to stop for a minute and show, because these window frames and windows are going to look completely different once I finish. But you can see the webs. It's just gross, absolutely gross. And the holes that I gotta close up all across here. See daylight coming in through there. Another nice, disgusting window. Yeah, so here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to show you Magic Man Metal Fab's new shop. Come on inside, let's take a look. So I wanted to make this as comfortable as possible, as clean as possible, because part of what we do is monotonous. Come out to the garage, you're working day and night, you're grinding, cutting, dirty. And if you don't have a clean space to work in, well, you lack the motivation to want to go outside in the garage and work. And by adding an upgraded stereo, by adding a television, it just kind of adds a little more of that comfortable feeling to want to come outside and go to work. You know, get you out there, put a little TV show on, a little podcast, do your thing, you know, and get the job done. And that's what I've done here. I've, you know, upgraded the shop to some modern day creature comforts, so it makes you want to come out in here and work, you know, for 8, 10 hours, 12, 14 hours, whatever at a clip. You want to come out here and do it. So there's two things that are left that I need to do inside the garage. Number one is upgrade the electric, which is pretty big. It's going to take several days to do. And the second, which is kind of too cold to do it right now, is paint the floor. You can see, you know, it's pretty dingy, but it's a little too cold to be doing the floor. And I've got to upgrade the electric. But yeah, there's plenty of room in here for extracurricular activities. You know, you can pull a vehicle in here, work around it, and not bump into something. The only other thing I have left to purchase is a mini lift system to lift the body up and down off the chassis. But honestly, though, it's been a long journey to get it to this point on where it's at right now. It was a lot of work to, you know, by myself to do it. And I think I did a phenomenal job. I've got some more lighting coming for under the workbenches. Can never have enough lighting inside of a workshop. And I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited to get back in here and start working again. A clean shop is a happy shop. Oh, one more thing before we go. I'm going to post a little video of my son getting vested into the union, which is him joining the union. He's got his operator's ticket. I want to say next week he'll be finished with his commercial driving school, so he'll have the tractor-trailer mofo's license, officially a Class A, and he'll be going on storm with me, so I'm really happy for that. Guys, everything's been coming together. I cannot emphasize how happy I am. It feels like this is our home. It feels like things are meant to be. Life is falling into place. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. This actually took me probably around a month to put this video together because it was so much work that I had to do. So I'm finally stoked to get it out and show you guys and share my shop with you. Comment down below you like what you're seeing. Hey, it looks good. Maybe I would change this or I would add this or do that. Please, your feedback is welcome. With that being said, Happy New Year. We'll catch you on the next one.